Welcome back. In this video, we're going to discuss writing a resume. So, Heather, other than torturing our students with an assignment, why write a resume? I mean, ultimately, you want a job, but why couldn't I just, knock on some doors, ask some people, and say, hey, hire me?
Yeah.
Why bother?
Or you can, wait patiently for that magic dream job to fall from the sky into your lap.
That's not a plan? Oh, darn.
It's not so viable backup plan, but I think for a lot of us, that's what we wish it to do. But
Right.
I mean, a resume, I would say there was a time in my life where I could say I hated writing resumes.
You mean there was a time when you didn't?
They're not as painful as they used to be, and
that's because it's done, right?
Right. I'm going to be at Bryan University forever.
Yeah, I'm done writing them. That's it. Threw it out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
We're done, right? Okay, great.
Well, and that's the thing, though. Once you get the job, you still have to keep updating your resume.
Yes.
It never ends,
Yes.
and especially for our accrediting body, they always want an updated resume. Apparently, They want us to continue to develop after we arrive.
Oh, you don't just get to coast with what
Nope.
you know already. All right, good to know.
But so to get that job, to get to that place where you can coast by on your amazingness, first, why are you writing that resume? It gets you noticed by an employer. You could be the most qualified applicant in the pile, but if your resume is not laid out well, it's not,
True. It's going to highlight your skills. It's going to show them the strengths, the training, the education that you have.
It's your marketing tool.
Yeah.
And it helps to push your brand out there.
Yep, gets you past that first step. Okay, so here's somebody that wants the job. I know, look, they're actually qualified for it. So why don't we
highlights your relevant skills.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This might be a good point to kind of mention that, and I know we're going to talk much more about this, but remember, it's a marketing tool, so proofread it.
Yes.
Proofread it. Don't misspell your name. That's really a bad thing.
Yeah, you want it to be professional. That's what,
Absolutely.
What's in your resume, it's those items, those skills, that experience you've had that are going to make you the best choice for this job.
Right. So, okay, so we've talked about the purpose. So what do we put in our resume? Obviously your education. You finished school, you're done. What else? What else do I want to put in there? Work experience.
Work experience, right. Basically, when you read that ad, what the employer requests.
Well, yeah, that's true. It's different depending on the employer. They might want what? They might want the last 5 years. They might want the last 10 years. So other things though besides my work and my.
And then you got to think about what kind of resume to use too. Like what kind of format are you going to use? Are you going to use chronological? Is that the best resume for the job? Are you going to use a topical resume? Are you going to use a hybrid form? If I'm applying to an online job, so something that's to be read by a computer versus something that's to be read by a person.
Right.
I'm going to format it differently, so I got to think about who my audience is going to be.
Right.
And well, don't worry, we're going to tell you how to do that.
Excellent. But you also want to think about some of the skills that you learned on the job.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe you haven't gone to school and gotten your degree in Microsoft Office. You don't have a training certificate in it, but it was a large part of your last job. And so make sure that a future or a potential employer knows that. So
and we're going to talk to you more too about how you can map experiences that you've had that you don't think match your future ones. You'll be surprised at what kind of gems you might have already experienced.
All right, and so let's just briefly talk about visual layout. Purple scented paper is a good idea, right?
Only if you're the star of Legally Blonde.
Really not. And colored fonts, fancy fonts that make it look, all curly Q and that. Yeah, no. Stay away from all of those. Make it professional.
Yeah.
Professional. Can't emphasize that enough. And proofread.
And proofreading, I know you're thinking one-page document. 1 minute of proofreading.
No, not at all.
How long do you think you should proofread a resume? What should our students be budgeting for their proofreading?
I'm going to say many hours. Get it down, and then, and I'm not just talking about proofreading, like reading it through to find your spelling errors.
No, yeah, this is.
I look at it from the perspective of a potential employer, and have you said enough? So I'm going to say 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, and it's a family job. It's more than one person too. So you got to also factor in time that you're going to have to hand it off to someone else and get feedback from them.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
People in your network.
All right.
So basically for resume writing, the purpose is to get you noticed, right?
Right.
The content is going to vary based on what you're
but
going
it will
for.
Always be professional.
Always professional.
All right.
And of course, save that time for editing.
Editing.
So next, let's talk about Joan's favorite, the cover letter.